Ooh, interesting. Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, we are back again with yet another review. And in today's review, we will be taking a detailed look at the recently released Air Jordan 3 in the Neapolitan colorway. Now, as I'm actually shooting this video, this shoe hasn't actually had its official release on Sneakers just yet. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to get this video out in advance, because honestly, you definitely don't want to miss out on these. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time on the intro, but like I always say at this stage in every one of my videos, I just want to welcome back all of my returning subscribers. If you're new around here and you haven't done so already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. And if you do want to reach out to me outside of YouTube, you can find me most active on Instagram under ACS Sneakers. And now we've got all of that out of the way, sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. So first things first, before we take a look at the shoes, just like we always do, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. Now the box itself is actually a little bit different to your typical Air Jordan 3 box, and the reason for that is that this is actually a women's exclusive release. So for the box itself, we just get this clean white box with the gold Jumpman slap bang in the centre. Pretty clean look overall, to be honest, although I would have personally preferred to have that kind of feel like we have with other boxes, where 3/4 of it is elephant print and then the other colour is to actually match the shoes. To be able to have like a brown box with pink on it, I just think it would have looked really cool, but that's just my opinion. And then if we do just take a quick look at the label, which reads, we have the women's Air Jordan 3 Retro in the white dark mocha atmosphere colourway. And I do remember Shay actually kicking off about atmosphere in her review. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just call it pink, but that's neither here nor there. On the inside of the box, we do get the Jumpman 23 tissue paper, rather than the actual regular tissue paper that we normally get with the Air Jordan 3. Again, another little change for this one. Underneath that, here we have the kicks, so let's go ahead and dive straight into this review. So the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Air Jordan 3 Neapolitans, and honestly, before I want to start this video off just by saying how incredibly nice this colourway is. When these first dropped, they did only go up to a size 8, unfortunately. Now Sneakers will be going all the way up to a size 9.5, so if you are watching this video in advance of the release date to kind of understand, is this a shoe you want and is this something you should be going for, in this review I'll tell you everything that you need to know, from materials through to sizing, to hopefully help you decide if this is actually a good pickup for your collection as well. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with, and from the very first minute you actually pull these out of the box, this colourway is going to grip you from the get-go. From that beautiful crisp white leather to the hues of brown and the hits of pink, tying it all in together, and this is just an absolutely incredible colourway. Not too dissimilar to the Air Jordan 3 Dark Mochas that I believe released last in 2001. Could even be 2011, I'm not entirely sure. But this is probably as close to those as I'm ever going to get. If you peep the resale price on the Jordan 3 Dark Mochas, whew, definitely out of my price range, so definitely was really glad to add these to the collection. But from a material perspective, if we actually start from the front and then just gradually work our way back, at the base of the shoe we do have this really nice crisp white leather, and then wrapping around the toe box as well as around the heel we have this dark brown elephant print. And to be honest, it's absolutely popping off this shoe, because they've actually filled the gaps with like this black ink or whatever the situation was to do it. It just makes the elephant print absolutely pop off the shoe. Now from a material perspective, I gotta give props where props are due again. The quality of the leather on this shoe definitely did surprise me. I was a little bit surprised just about the texture, from first glance, because I'm pretty much used to having tumbled leather when it does come to the 3s. But even though this is a slightly different type of leather and it's more of like a flatter leather, it doesn't take anything away in terms of how it looks and how it feels. It definitely has a pretty nice premium feel, not like a designer sneaker or anything like that. But when it comes to the Jordan 3, they very rarely miss, and the overall quality of the leather is absolutely beautiful. But if we then actually just work our way onto the heel, we do see that pretty typical Air Jordan 3 heel plate. Now in the middle of the heel, we do have the Jumpman with the Air branding just underneath. And then underneath this, as I was saying earlier, we do have that really nice dark brown elephant print. On the midsole, we then have that nice pop of pink, and tying itself in really nicely with the dark brown elephant print. I think overall, it just looks absolutely incredible. From there, if we then actually circle our way back into the center of the shoe, we just get those pretty typical flat white shoelaces. Now, you don't get any additional sets of laces for this one, but I feel like if you did want to swap it out and put pink laces in there and kind of go pink for Pat, I really could respect it. I think it might actually be a really nice look. But as we work our way up the laces, we do see that pink embroidered Jumpman in the centre of the tongue itself. Now on the flip side of the tongue, we do have more pink accents in there as well, which I think works really nicely as well. And then for the sock liner, we just get a pretty basic sock liner for this one. Not too dissimilar to any other pair of Jordan 3 in my collection. Because it is this really nice light colour, I would definitely highly suggest that you do wear, white or cream socks with this one. Any multicoloured vibes is going to make this look pretty nasty pretty quickly, so do just proceed with a little bit of caution with that. And then even further inside the shoe, unfortunately, we just get a pretty basic insole, done in that mostly pink colour with the Jumpman on there as well. Now for me, the midsole paint being done in that really nice pre-aged sail colour definitely does a lot for this shoe. I think it adds a really nice contrast. One of the things that I don't love about 3s, even though I'm a huge fan of 3s, is how this normally goes yellow and this stays white. That kind of negates the issue and you don't have to worry about it. So that really nice vintage look to the midsole is doing everything for me. And then just to close us out in terms of the details, if we then just work our way underfoot, we see the absolutely beautiful classic Air Jordan 3 outsole, done in this really nice chocolatey brown colour, a nice pop of pink under the forefoot, more pre-aged hits underneath the midfoot, and a little splash of red in there on the Jordan branding.
Nice!
Now, in terms of the overall sizing for this one, even though this is a women's exclusive release, when I tried it on, it definitely doesn't feel any different to any other Air Jordan 3 in my collection. So I would definitely say that going true to size is going to be your best bet. Now, if you do live here in Europe, the sizing for men and women is exactly the same. So for example, a UK size 9 in women's is the same in men's, but it is a little bit different if you are from the US. So a UK size 9 men and women's is an 11.5. So do make sure you are making sure that you are doing the right conversion if you are based in the States or if you are based in Europe. And just try and get to know your sizing a little bit more before you do buy these. But if you've ever owned a pair of Air Jordan 3s before, just go with whatever you would naturally wear. And I do think that that'll be the best bet for you. And I got to admit, these are honestly absolutely incredible on feet. Like the comfort of the Jordan 3, you definitely can't go wrong. Outside of that, we've pretty much covered everything that you need to know in terms of the materials, the sizing, and everything else. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say that these are a solid 9 out of 10. I feel a little bit like I've been giving out the 9 out of 10 a little bit too frequently recently, but I got to give props where props are due. Jordan Brand have been dropping some absolute fire releases on us this year, and this is definitely another one to add into that list. I almost didn't pick these up because of all the other shoes that we've picked up recently, and considering how many releases I want to pick up over July, I almost didn't get these. I'm really glad that I went with my gut and I actually picked these up. They didn't disappoint. The quality of materials is great. The colorway is fire. I think I've said that a bunch of times throughout the review. Just how the shoe looks aesthetically is really important, and I think it is definitely going to add something a little bit different to my Jordan 3 collection, which is still growing at the minute, so definitely really glad to be able to add another pair into the mix. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say as well, so do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of my rating and give me yours as well. Always love to hear from you guys, so leave it down below in the comments. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, as always, I just want to say a huge thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one.